hop on to Maestro Sniper Bot, and the handle is really easy to find out. You just go Maestro Sniper Bot like this, and you're gonna see this initially. So what can this bot do? This is the official Maestro Sniper Bot deployed by Maestro Bots. You're gonna hit start. Once you hit start, it will give you a short description of the bot. Plus, please read the terms of service when you get it to confirm that you're okay with it. The terms of service will take you to a link on the Maestro's website. If you haven't looked at Maestro's website, I also recommend to check it out because it's awesome. Once you're done with the terms of service and you confirm, you can type /sniper. So it says fire /sniper to summon the sniper panel. You're gonna do /sniper here, and well, I wanted to first exhibit the Maestro, the memberships, although I'm not sure why. So effectively, initially, it should ask you that you should join a few channels, but you have to join 3 channels, and I'm gonna show them right here. The first channel is Maestro Bots Hub, and you're gonna go. The bot will send you this link. You're gonna just click on it, and you're gonna join channel. The Maestro Hub is our hub for everything AMAs, marketing, posts, reviews. So you really have to. It's a good idea to join this and stay up to date. We're gonna join this channel. The other channel will be Maestro Sniper Updates. So you're gonna be clicking on this. The bot will also give you the link. The Maestro Sniper Updates. You're gonna be forced to join a channel. It's not optional. So you're gonna join this channel, and you will see, in this channel we're gonna showcase updates for the bot, everything related to the scraper, to speed optimizations, to everything we're working on. Our last update was on January 18, and every time we post an update, we also post a broadcast message to all the users. And the third group you have to join is, I think, Maestro Bots, and Maestro Bots is that the link itself will guide you to the portal. We don't want you to join the portal. We want you to join the actual group. The actual group is here. You have to press this button to use Maestro Sniper Bot. Press the start button below to join the main chat. So again, this is just a portal. Press the start. Once you press start, you'll get the portal keeper stuff. The portal keeper will give you a code, and then once you solve it, it will invite you to the group. Right here, you could join. And I'm already a member, so I'm good. Hi, guys. And that's it. Once you join all these 3 groups, you go back to the bot and you do Sniper again, and this time it will showcase the menu. In the Sniper menu, it is the grand menu. It's the master menu. It will give you a lot of the settings that you already have established here. Like, for example, if you have God mode enabled, it will show you the information. If you have a pre-sale enabled, if you're trying to snipe a pre-sale, it will also show it here. If you have a monitor, if you have like trades active or disabled, it will also show them here. And it will give you technically the 4 main functionalities of the bot. We're gonna be able to configure wallets in the first button. We're gonna be able to track call channels and buy whenever they call tokens. We will be able to snipe pre-sales. Technically, only pink seller pre-sales are supported, so we're only gonna be able to snipe pink seller pre-sales, and we have the Copytrade functionality. There's more functionalities in the bot that, when you copy paste a token, how do you get taxes, how do you auto buy, how do you all that. So we're going to go over these in detail. The first thing you want to do when you set up the bot is to actually set up the wallets. When you go into wallets here, you'll get 2 choices, either BSC or Ethereum. If you click on BSC, you'll get this blob of summary of your settings, which is irrelevant right now. I already have a wallet. I'm gonna disconnect it. I should show you guys what you actually see. So when you come here as on a fresh new slate, you'll get 2 options to use wallets. You can hook up a wallet if you already have. So let's say you have a wallet on Trust Wallet, you have a wallet on Trust Wallet or MetaMask, and you wanna connect it to the bot. Then it's easy to just press the button to connect the wallet, and it will ask you for the private key. You can also use the seed phrase. So either private key or seed phrase is fine. Seed phrase is a 12-word mnemonic phrase Make sure there's no double spaces, there's no leading space, there's no trading space, only the words. My recommendation is to not use this functionality, to actually generate the wallet through the bot. So if you click generate here, the bot will automatically generate a wallet for you. It gives you the wallet, it gives you the private key, and it gives you the mnemonic. I'm telling you this because to use an already established wallet in the bot, you're gonna have to copy it. Copying it is prone to hacks and attacks. Some malware reads your clipboard on the bot, so whatever you copy will be visible for that virus or malware. Whereas if you generate the if you generate the wallet through the bot, the only entity that has copied, in essence, it didn't really copy, but it made the wallet is the bot. Now you could say, well, the malware could read the post on Telegram, maybe not, but at least you fend off one attack vector so that you keep yourself safe. So the Maestro recommendation for using the bot is just please generate a new wallet. And that also applies to multi-wallets. You generate a wallet and then you transfer funds to it. How do you transfer funds? Super easy, because the bot gives you the wallet. By the way, so this message, when you generate a wallet, the bot will never repeat this. Please write it down. Do not copy it. Like, just write down the seed phrase. That's what I always do. I bring a paper and I bring a pen and I write it down. I do not trust my PC. Especially for seed phrases. And later on, if you make it big, you have 100 Ethereum, you're only going to be blaming yourself if you get hacked, honestly. So be careful with your money. Write down the seed phrase. Once you write it down, delete it. So right click on the message, delete, and then you're done. Then there's no trace on it on the bot, and the only person who has a seed phrase is you. Once you have the wallet, you're going to see here that there's settings, right? And this is like the summary of your settings, and you have the balance here of the wallet and the address of the wallet. How do you change these settings? Super simple. You go to config here. We're gonna go back to these buttons later, but if you go to config here, you'll get all the settings that you could change. So that's the general settings will be outside. So the ones that really reach out to the general behavior of the bot, I'm going to talk about them in detail. But there's also sections. So there is the buy settings, there is sell settings, there's approve settings, and we're going to go over them as well. The first thing that pops into your mind when you, which is one of our core functionalities for Maestro, which is it's called anti-rug. By default, anti-rug is disabled. And I'm going to say why we chose to keep it disabled. Anti-rug in its initial phases was finicky, and it wasn't very stable. People were able, certain rugs weren't really captured by anti-rug and all that. But today, anti-rug is really advanced enough to capture taxes, tax increases, blacklisting, removal of liquidity, changing of max transactions to 0, honeypots, anything that resembles a rug. Even if, say, somebody sells a huge amount of tokens that dipped the token price by a lot, that is considered a rug, because technically you could mint. Some of the rugs, how they happen is someone mints tokens, and after he mints, he sells like a gigantic amount, and then there is no liquidity left. The anti-rug can actually capture this. If anti-rug is enabled, so if you click this button and it enables anti-rug, when the bot sees a transaction that is considered a rug, I'm not gonna go into details, obviously, to keep that confidential, how we technically test for a rug. But if we detect something is gonna rug you, the bot will will initiate a sell, and the sell will have more gas than the rug transaction, and the bot will sell for you before the transaction goes through. What this means is if you have like $500 worth of tokens, someone's trying to rug you, the bot will try to sell before you get rugged. This is a very important feature for most tokens that you do not trust the project. However, there is a pitfall here, which some devs, they try to shake out the bots, quote unquote. By shaking out bots, they increase taxes to 99%, and then they bring it back to 0% in like 2 minutes. The Maestro cannot read developer intention, right? So if the developer just increases taxes, we do not know if it's to shake out bots or not. So we have to act. The ground truth for Maestro is the blockchain. How much are the taxes? Can you sell now after the transaction? Is the max transaction 0 after the rug transaction goes through? All these conditions, if true, if one of them is true, anti-rug actually triggers and it sells for the user. So if the recommendation is for extremely volatile regions and shitcoins, enable anti-rug. On projects you don't trust, enable anti-rug. For projects you do trust, disable anti-rug. Especially on like if the dev announces on the chat like, hey guys, I'm gonna try to shake out bots, so don't worry if taxes are increasing, just disable anti-rug for these 2 minutes. And you can selectively disable anti-rug per trade. I'm gonna talk about this when I hop over to the trade monitor. The next thing here is smart slippage. Smart slippage, you guys are familiar with PancakeSwap and Uniswap, where you have to choose a high slippage for your buy to go through on highly volatile launches. A slippage is, to explain slippage for the guys who don't know what slippage is, it's like how much more are you willing to pay to make sure a transaction goes through. If there's a group of people trying to buy one token and the order of the buys that go through are, you don't know beforehand if you're going to be the first in line or the last in line to buy. By the time it's your time to buy, whatever you're trying to purchase has increased by 2 times, like in terms of price. But when you initially wanted to buy, you were like, you know what, I'm going to give you $1 and I want 1 apple. But now the price of apple is actually $2. So your transaction fails. In that case, when you have slippage, you give the transaction more than what you initially estimated the price to be. And in that sense, once it's your turn to buy, you can secure the transaction. This is what slippage is. It's the additional money you are okay to spend on a certain purchase to make sure that purchase goes through. Smart slippage is an automated slippage function in which we automatically set the slippage for you. This is extremely important for tokens that have 0% taxes. Tokens that have 0% taxes are a MEV fest. Effectively, you get MEV'd on every buy and sell. That's because technically what happens is that the MEV bot, okay, for people who don't know what MEV is, MEV is an umbrella term for maximally extracted value, and the maximum extracted value, and it's about how much value can extract from, say, an order of transactions or a particular transaction. And imagine you could say if you're buying 10 Ethereum into a token, and one guy is running a script where he buys before you and sells after you. He's gonna take advantage of the fact that your buy has increased the price of the token. And when he did that, obviously he bought low and sold high, right? Because he is making sure he's sandwiching. It's called sandwiching. He's sandwiching your purchase. So how do you fight that? Technically, you make sure that when you send the buy transaction, your price impact is low and your slippage is extremely low. It's like the slippage is almost exactly what's needed for your transaction to go through. The smart slippage works really well on 0% tax tokens. However, if you're aping launches, just make sure that if you are aping launches, make sure smart slippage is disabled. Because on launches, it's like the price of the token is extremely volatile, and there are people aping with 1,000 Gwei and 2,000 Gwei, and some hype launches are just crazy. So make sure smart slippage is disabled. And all other conditions where you are casually trading, having smart slippage is good. Plus, we're going to also say that it's the formula of having smart slippage and high gas price. because that way you secure your place in line. So you are the first person to buy, and so smart slippage actually works. There's also max gas price. Max gas price is technically like a global condition for anything automated that the bot will do. So let's people trading on Ethereum know this very well, where gas can really change from say 14 gwei to 20 gwei to even 100 gwei, and some people cannot afford that kind of gas. So if you have a max gas price and you have auto buy enabled, the max gas price will restrict the bot from auto buying anything if the gas is too high. Again, so I just want to highlight one thing. Max gas price is not the gas price that that the bot sends the transaction with. No. It is just a global condition. So if your settings, your configuration pushes the bot to send a transaction beyond your set max gas price, that transaction will fail. It will not fail. It will not even be sent. The bot will tell you that the auto buy did not go through because your max gas price, because the gas price of the chain or the gas price of the transaction is higher than your max gas price. So again, only use this function if you're trying to avoid high chain gas fees, also to avoid high anti-rug gas fees. Because anti-rug requires you to send a transaction that's higher, that has a gas price that's higher than the rug transaction. So if the rug transaction is using 500 gwei, I'm going to ask you, do you want to sell your tokens for like 505 gwei? Yes, maybe no. It depends on like how much your tokens are worth and whether you could actually afford the kind of gas. So just be careful with this. Use it wisely. If you have a really low max gas price, nothing is going to work. If you have a really high gas price, then it doesn't really matter. So yeah, use it wisely. If you want to set your slippage, so this is the buy-sell slippage. We already have smart slippage, but we also give you the option to set your own slippage. Setting your own slippage will not override smart slippage. The way it works is, if you have smart slippage enabled, it will always override any slippage. If you have smart slippage disabled, but you have set your slippage to, let's say, 50% or 40%, that the bot will use 40%. One note here that the default slippage is 100%. So people who are like new to the bot and they want to trade 0% tax tokens or things that are very non-volatile with low tax, this will be horrible for you. Make sure this is the first thing you have to do. If you are the kind of guy who wants to keep your slippage low, you want to avoid being meved or sandwiched, then make sure you set your slippage or just enable smart slippage. You can also set your gas limit. This is no longer really something that the bot requires you to do, because initially we relied on the user to have the proper gas limit, but today we don't. So the bot automatically chooses the best gas limit for the buy or sell. We always get people saying, "Oh, why is the bot using this much gas? It's sending a transaction with all of gas." Well, that's because it needs to secure that your transaction succeeds. And when the bot sends a transaction with 500,000 gas, let's say, it doesn't mean that the transaction will use 500,000, by the way. It might use 200,000. It might use 300,000. That is up to the chain to decide. Or rather the EVM or the miner that's eventually going to be running this transaction. But obviously there's a cost. What makes a certain transaction higher than the other? It's because of the contract. And in the contract, what does the contract do when it reads your buy transaction? Does it do additional extra functionality? Especially the most expensive contracts are the reward tokens, because they distribute the reward on every transfer, and it sucks a lot of gas from users. This is one of the reasons why I hate reward tokens, because they're very unoptimal. So you don't need to set the gas limit. This is the hint here. Let's go through an exercise here. I'm going to set slippage. So I press slippage here. I'm going to do, the bot says reply to this message with your desired slippage percentage. The minimum is 0.1, max is 100%. I'm going to do 2%, let's say. I'm just going to type 2. The bot says slippage percentage set to 2%. And I can, as you see here, slippage is now 2%. I'm to delete slippage, just press the other button. So there's 2 buttons for every setting. There is a set button with the pencil icon, and there's just the delete button with the eraser icon, well, whatever that icon resembles. So if you click on slippage here, the other button that resembles canceling or deleting, it will delete it. So it says custom slippage has been deleted, and you're good to go. So this is everything I've gone over is the general settings. Now let's go over the more specific settings. So we'll go over the buy menu here. In this buy configuration, we are configuring the conditions and the settings for when the bot needs to buy a token automatically. Or also some settings also affect your manual buys. I'm going to go over them one by one. The first thing we see here is due buy. Due buy is by default disabled. Due buy, if enabled, it will allow the bot to auto buy any token even if you own it. So one example is you're following multiple call channels. One guy called a token called Elon Rocket, whatever, right? And your bot bought the token. And then your other call channel, which you're also tracking, called the same token. But when he called the same token, but you already own the token. Now I'm going to ask you, do you also want to buy that token? The usual answer is no, because you've already gotten your entry. And if you buy again, you're going to have probably a worse entry because the guy is calling after the other caller. It's all a farmhouse anyway. So I hope you guys are not like relying on call channels to find the gems. But the essence here is if you have due buy enabled, the bot will buy twice in that scenario. But if it's disabled, like by default it is, so you don't have to change it, it will not buy again. This applies to everything. So this applies to any auto buy. So call channels, copy trades, auto buys on these two will not go through if you already have the token and due buy is disabled. So be careful of that. There's also a global auto buy button. This is a global auto buy button, which would, if disabled, the bot will not auto buy anything on this chain. You also have, I'm going to go over these again once I start copy pasting CAs and show you guys what you see, what you should see, like in terms of token summary when you copy paste CA. But before that, you could also set conditions for auto buy. So let's say a caller calls a token at 50K. 50K for a shitcoin is a lot. Let's say the total supply makes sense and all that. The max market cap here will determine how technically the maximum market cap that you will allow the auto buy to go through. If the maximum market cap is, let's say, 10K and somebody calls a token at 50K and you're tracking him, the bot will not buy. So this kind of secures you the entry that you desire. If the market cap suits you, if the liquidity suits you, so we also have the same settings for the minimum liquidity, the maximum liquidity, the minimum market cap over liquidity ratio, the max buy tax, the max sell tax. This is, I'm sure a lot of people here, they don't want to ape in tokens that have a huge max sell tax, let's say. So you could actually like set a max sell tax setting here, in which, say, again, with the example of the callers, the caller sends, let's say you set the max sell tax to 10%, which means the bot will never ape, will never auto buy anything above 10%. The caller calls the token at 20%. It has like a 20% sell tax. The bot will not auto buy. I mean, you will get the message that the caller has called the token, but because your sell tax is 10% and the token's tax is 20%, your bot will not auto buy that token. And then you have like the gas price. The gas price is probably the most important setting here because this is something you're probably going to touch and use quite often. Gas price is the gas price you want to send the transaction with. On BSC, it's very simple. You set a gas price of 7 Gwei, the bot will send a transaction with 7 Gwei gas price. If you set the gas price to 10 Gwei or 15 Gwei, the same thing is going to happen. The bot will be sending the transaction with that value of gas. Now you're going to ask me, oh, boss, well, why should I increase my gas price? I mean, I'm just going to be paying higher. Yes, you are going to be paying higher, but your priority in executing the transaction increases. So if I am effectively, if I'm a miner and I am trying to figure out whether Mike or Alex need to go, like in which order of their transaction they have to go through in my block, I'm gonna make sure that the guy who tips me more, who's gonna be paying more for the transaction, will go first. So the guy who pays 15 gwei will go before the guy who is paying 10 gwei or 5 gwei. This is how it works. Things can get more complicated in the future, like with Ethereum, like block builders. I'm not gonna touch base on that now, maybe later in the session. But all you have to know is the more you could afford in gas, the better the possibility that you're gonna be aping lower. You're gonna be aping at lower market cap. You're gonna be having a better entry, and your transactions will go through before anyone else's transactions. When I say transactions, for the newbies here, I do mean your buys and sells and approvals. Anything that you send on the blockchain is a transaction. And that is it for the buy configuration. Again, anything you change, it will be reflected on this text summary. If we return here and we go to the sell configuration, you're gonna have also some buttons you could go through, and we're gonna talk about them right now. So you have the confirm trade sell. The confirm trade sell is when you are trying to sell anything on the bot manually. The bot will ask you for a confirmation. Effectively, this means you have to double tap the sell button to actually sell. We've been requested this feature because some people were accidentally selling their tokens, which, you know, it's fair, especially some phones. I mean, I've had phones that used to glitch out, and you know, you would be like on WhatsApp or on any application, and you just feel like the buttons are being double tapped. So when you're like dealing with the trading app, it makes sense to have some sort of a protection. So confirm trade sell. If you are one of those, you know, you are double tapping by mistake the sell button or whatever, it's a good idea to enable confirm trade sells. You also have auto sell and trading sell. Auto sell is the general auto sell toggle. So if you want to disable auto sell everywhere, you're gonna have to disable this. It's by default disabled, so you have to enable it. Trading sell is we would enable trading sell. Trading sell is a bit of a more complicated sell process, but if you read the documentation, it's really easy. All it means is the bot will keep record of the price of the token, and it will increase the ceiling at which it will sell. So so there would be, let's say, a threshold between, say, let's say the chart is like increasing. It's a very hype token. The token is going up in the chart. The regular way of selling is you set a sell low and sell high, which is people know the stop loss and the take profit thresholds. Let's say my stop loss is minus 20%, which is kind of low. I would say minus 40% because of the, you know, taxes also have a minus 40 makes more sense. And then the 100%, let's say the take profit is 100%. 100% is 2 times, right? So in this case, if the token dips 40%, you're gonna sell. If the token doubles in price, you're also gonna sell. But what if you wanna configure the bot so that you only wanna sell when the token starts dipping, right? Because in the old method, once the token reaches 2 times, you're actually done, right? And we don't want to be done. We wanna configure a way so that I want to keep riding that wave. I want to keep riding the chart upwards. When it goes downwards and it hits a certain gap, a threshold, it's going to be a dynamic threshold. That's why it's called trading sell. Then we sell. If you want this feature, if you want that behavior, then you are going to have to enable trading sell. And again, I suggest you read the proper documentation of this if you want to know the numbers behind it. But absolutely, it's definitely a feature worth delving into for maximum profits. Likewise to the buy, you could also set a gas price. So again, if you want to set a higher gas price when you sell, this is how you do it. You can set the sell high and sell low. These are what I just explained, the take profit and the stop loss thresholds. There's also the sell high amount and the sell low amount. These amounts, they will define how much you want to sell when how much of your tokens, how many of your tokens you want to sell when the thresholds are hit. So you could tell the bot that, hey, when you reach 2 times the price of the token, I only want you to sell 50%. I don't want you to sell my full bag. So this is how you set like the sell high amount. It will ask you for percentage. So let me just give you an example. I'm going to click on sell high amount. It will tell me, reply to this message with your desired sell amount percentage. This represents how much of your holdings you want to sell when sell high is triggered. If you want to sell half of your bag, type 50. So I'm going to type 50 here, and the bot will take my input and it will set to 50. Also, because I set the settings here, it will also be reflected on the mega summary here. So my sell high amount on sell will be 50%. Likewise, for the sell low amount, I could do the same thing if I want to sell half my bag, not my full bag, when we reach that threshold. The final section of the settings is approve. On approve, it's very simple. You guys know that when you want to sell on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, you have to approve the router to spend your tokens. That process, if you do it manually, it's very time consuming, right? Let's say you're buying on the next block, the chart is already dipping, and you are trying to approve your transaction. You're trying to approve the MetaMask transactions to approve the router spending your tokens to actually sell. It's a very long process, right? So if you auto approve on Maestro, every time the bot buys a token, it will automatically send an approval transaction. If you don't want that behavior, you can just disable it. By default, it's enabled. If you click it again, it gets disabled. And this will disable automatic approvals. Now, for the gas price here, this is the gas price of the, how much you want to spend to approve. Some people like to keep it default because there is no rush to approve a token because you're not selling. But, I would say otherwise, because the faster the approval goes through, the faster you could sell, especially in situations where you want to sell. So I suggest to, put this at maybe 5 GUI, 6 GUI. By default, most transactions are sent with one extra GUI on Ethereum. On BSC, there is no such thing as delta. We're trying to configure BSC. So in this case, when you set the gas price, it has to be above 5 or above. So 7, 8, 9 it's like a good kind of range for the approved transaction. And this summarizes, I think, all the settings on the BSC side. There's only one more thing I'd like to touch base on, which is I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to the Ethereum side. So this is my Ethereum wallet. I don't have a wallet yet. I'm going to generate a wallet. Okay. Just going to delete those so that we have a clear tab here. And then I'm going to go to config. So on Ethereum, the only change you're going to see is when you go to the specific sections for buy, sell, approve, you will not find gas price. You will find gas delta. Why? Because if we operate Ethereum the same way BSC operates, let's say the Ethereum, you have a gas price of 7. You have set like a custom gas price of 7 on Ethereum, and the chain gas is 20 GUI or 30 GUI. Your transaction will never be mined. It will actually time out and it will be dropped from the queue, from mempool. So how do you fight that? This is something that one of the most basic features in the bot, but also one of the things that make it extremely fluent and streamlined in trading is you can set a gas delta with Ethereum, and what happens is every time the bot sends you an Ethereum transaction, it will just add the gas delta to the chain gas and uses that value as the transaction's gas price. So as an example, say the chain gas price now is 20 GUI. You set your delta to 3. Then the bot will send the transaction, the buy or sell or approve transaction with 23 GUI. And that way it is really easy to trade on Ethereum without risking your transaction failing for gas reasons. The gas computed is using everything we use, the Web3 and Ethereum and BSC nodes. All of our nodes are private, and they are also custom. So we've custom tuned these nodes. We are working really every day on improving the speed of the bot. And I urge you guys that when you find some sort of slowdown or something that feels slow, whatever, you could report it to my admin, and we can look into it, because it matters to us that everything is speedy and fluent. And even for we're gonna, obviously for the premium guys, we're promising them a premium bot, but it matters to me a lot that the basic bot is also very fast, even under load. It takes a lot of architectural expertise to scale up to with the amount of users we get on the daily, and still be efficient and still be performant. So we rely on your reports to find out if there's anything we can improve when it comes to speed. So this is it for the settings. For I think the configuration rather. There are other buttons here which I'm going to go over. The buy keyboard is something that people usually forget about. It allows you to define the buy values of when you copy paste a token CA. I'm going to show you just now. Let's say I'm going to grab the USDC address, which is this. It will print me a summary of the token. I'm going to go over this in detail later on, but you see these 6 buttons. This is the buy keyboard. And how do you change these default values? You change those default values by using the buy keyboard button right here. So you click on buy keyboard, you have these 6 buttons, and you could change the values however you like. If you want to reset the default, you can. We're going to return here. If you'd like to send Ethereum to any other wallet, or you want to send tokens, you can use these 2 buttons to transfer tokens or Ethereum from your wallet. If you want to print the balance of your wallet, you can by using the balance button. And if you want to create more wallets, you can click on multi-wallet, and the same process. You could generate a wallet, or you could just use an old wallet, and there's also a global toggle for multi-wallets. So if you enable, you have to enable multi here so that multi-wallets becomes active. I'm going to just try to generate a wallet here. When you generate a multi-wallet, it does ask you for a name. I'm just going to call it demo. And the bot will automatically generate a wallet for you. And as you see here, a new wallet has been added, and there's address, and there's also the balance. And this is where you fund the wallet with any other wallet. It's very easy to just copy this. So if you see this, I'm going to copy it. If you click on it, it's copied. You go to you return, and then you can use this button to transfer from your main wallet to the multi-wallet instantly. So you don't have to go to any other tool to transfer funds to your multi-wallet. You can do all of this through the bot. Similarly, tokens, all that, it's all through the bot. Balance, as I said, it will print all of your shit coins, balances, anything you've bought through the bot. It's a very nifty feature. However, I do recommend you guys to explore 2 other things. I'm not going to go over them in this tutorial. Maestro has a lot of bots. We're not only a sniper bot. If you go to Maestro wallet bot, this is the wallet. This wallet bot allows you to. It gives you a summary of your balances. It can track prices. There's even Chinese language in the wallet. The wallet bot is our very first bot, and I suggest you guys look at it. It gives you a lot of good value and information for your own wallets. It has no access. It doesn't need the private key. It doesn't need anything. It just needs the wallet address, and that's all you need for the bot to give you your balance, your gains. So every time you refresh, the bot gives you the percentage difference of ever since you last refreshed and all that. So that's all good. And there's also the Maestro whale bot. The whale bot is also another bot developed by Maestro that tracks transactions. So if you wanna track your own transactions, the whale bot can do that. So you add your own address to the whale bot, and every time you buy and sell, the whale bot sends you a message that X wallet or Y wallet has bought or sold, and this is the amount that it has bought or sold. So do explore these two wallets. You could use them with your Sniper wallet to have a good overview on your performance, on your tokens, and all the activity that is going through your wallet. Of course, you could do this with any other wallet. If you're copy trading, then obviously you could technically add the Copytrade wallet to the wallet bot or the whale bot, so you could track their activity and technically be their FBI agent in a certain sense. So that is it for the settings. Back to the bot. So we'll go back to the Sniper menu. Again, every time you want to see what's up, on the bot, you just do /sniper, and you will get the main functionalities that you could change. I am gonna go first on the second section, possibly with copy, the very basic functionality is just copy pasting CAs. So let me grab, let's say, the USDC address or the BUSD address. The BUSD address is this 0xE9E7. When you copy paste any address to the bot, it will scan it as a token. So you see how instant this was. I'm running this bot, and there's like possibly 4,000 other users talking to the bot at the same time. And it will instantly print the token summary. It will give you the address, the LP, the pair address. This resembles the liquidity address. There's the chain of the token, the name of the token, the symbol, and the decimals. This is usually information you don't give two shits about. What you really give shit about is the ones below. For the basic users, we have alpha and seen, only premium only. You will not be able to see these two values. I will go over them at the end after I'm done with this. And then Maestro admin, if you're listening, please upgrade this account immediately while I'm talking, and just send me a message that you're done. Otherwise, I'll just do it myself, but I'd rather keep the guide intact. So we have balance. The balance is how much you own of the token. For BUSD on my main wallet, I have no balance. If you it also shows the chain gas. So on BSC, it will give you like the BSC name, and 5 GUI is the default gas. BSC gas does not change. It's not like Ethereum. It's almost always 5 GUI. And you have the TX fees. This is recently introduced. TX fees is how much you're gonna pay if you perform a transaction of a buy is represented by the B sign, the letter, and the sell is represented by the S letter. And it shows here that I'm gonna pay $0.74 if I buy and $0.16 if I sell. It also shows you the liquidity that the bot is. I mean, 3% of BUSD, this is around like $300 million or whatever they have available on the routers that we read. So we do read the PancakeSwap routers, V1, V2, and the ApeSwap router. The ApeSwap router is probably by now defunct. A lot of people don't use that anymore. But on BSC, really the only really major router that you need to know about is PancakeSwap. So this is 3% on PancakeSwap. There is the market cap is shown below as well. So this is $4.8 billion. The liquidity it also shows you all the liquidity that the bot was able to read. As you could see that there's 287K BNB in BUSD. There is 32.7 million USDT and 23.8 million USDC in the liquidity of BUSD. There is the ratio of MC over liquidity is also going to be shown here. So so this value divided by the aggregation of all of these values will give you 55.67. This is a good metric to see if the market cap is inflated, which usually it's usually a side effect of having way too many tokens, like as total supply, and the tokens in the liquidity are low. So if you have that kind of skewed values between market cap over liquidity and liquidity market cap, it does mean that something's up. These values, the more you look at them, the more you trade, the more you start being able to find red flags. And one of them is a very high MC over liquidity ratio. They also get the taxes. I would like to push these taxes later on to be here, maybe in the future. But right now, it's going to be shown like this. So tax, it also gives you like 0%. I mean, BSD has no taxes. So you will get 0% here and 0% for sell. Also, one of the only bots that does this today, which is Maestro, which is we are able to determine 3 different contract limits, which is the buy, sell, and wallet. If you go to any other sniper bot or any other, say, scanner bot, they will give you either max transaction or max wallet. They will not differentiate between buy, sell, and wallet because it's not easy. This actually, like, especially the max sell, took a lot of time to eventually find out. These will give you a good indication of the contract limits, how much you can buy in a single transaction, that's determined by the max buy, how much you can sell in a single transaction, that's determined by the max sell, and how much is the maximum wallet that you could have. So usually what happens is, like the max buy is 1%, max sell is 1%, and the max wallet is 2%. These are the usual values you're going to see. Obviously, it could change. It could be more, it could be less. But you have all this information that's thrown at you right when you copy paste any CA. So it's very useful information if you want to decide, if you want to read this information before you want to decide whether you should buy or not. Again, what I'm showcasing today, right now, is just the manual ability to trade. I'm not talking about auto buys or any of that stuff right now. This is just you copy pasting a CA to the bot and just reading information and deciding whether you want to buy or not. Let me see if my admin made me premium. So if I copy paste this again, I am premium. Thank you, admin. So you can see here the alpha and seen are 2 metrics that are now exposed. It also says I am a premium member always. The alpha counter is will determine how many users before you have copy pasted this CA to the bot. This is an extremely good metric to see if what you have is really an alpha or not. Now, obviously, I'm trading BUSD, so I did not expect this this CA to have a very low alpha, because everyone's gonna be using BUSD to trade, to sell BNBs to BUSD, whatever, right? And the scene is when's the last time the bot has seen this CA? When's the last time somebody has copy pasted this CA to the bot? And this is the last scene. It shows here that the last time somebody copy pasted this is 5 minutes and 40 seconds ago, which is probably me, because if you look at this, it was 12.3, this is 12.8. So I am the guy who last copy pasted this CA. So it's going to say, well, the bot is going to tell you, well, the last time I saw this is 5 minutes and 40 seconds ago. The alpha, let's say I'm gonna try to grab, let's say, the Catchy address to show you like a different alpha. This is the Catchy token. This is our old token. Before Maestro was ever created, we had a token called Catchy. If you copy paste Catchy, it's gonna show you like a low alpha. Alpha is 7 hits, never seen before. There's like a threshold on scene. So 7 hits is like a good indicator, especially on like a new token that is available on trading that nobody has touched this token yet. So use alpha. If you're premium, use alpha to determine, well, to help you determine whether a token is worth aping or not. A low alpha is a good indicator that you have a really good alpha CA. If it's a very high alpha, that means everybody has it. That's exactly it. So if you have a low alpha, you can buy it. If you have a very high alpha, it probably is like you're gonna have a very bad entry. So with the again, like the same values you're gonna get here are premium and basic. They're the same except the alpha and scene. We might add later on other premium features, but this is what it is right now. Let me go over the buy keyboard before I go over how to auto buy. and probably fund the wallet of the bot, so you could see like an actual buy, like a real buy going through. So in this case, anytime you copy paste the CA, you're gonna get a couple of buttons on the bottom. You can always ignore the first two. In fact, if you click on them, it does nothing. So don't even try; it's worthless. The first keyboard here is gonna give you. I'm gonna go over them in order of difficulty. So the easiest ones first. So the easiest ones is like you just buy, right? You have like 6 buttons here that allow you to buy like a default amount, a certain preset amount. You have 0.01, 0.05, 1 BNB, 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, and 0.1. Remember, when I talk about the buy keyboard, you are able to change these values if you wish to do, if you wish so. And you also have at the bottom, you have like convenient methods if you want to buy like a custom amount. If you buy X BNB, allows you to buy a certain amount of BNB. The bot will ask you how much BNB you want to buy. Ape max will ape the max buy. The max buy is here. You're gonna see it. In this case, 100%. If I ape max, no matter no matter the funds I have in the wallet, it's gonna fail because I will not be able to buy the entire supply that's present in the liquidity. So only use ape max when the max buy is determined. This is usually a problem when people are selling, when there's like the bot cannot estimate the max sell and people are trying to sell max. It doesn't make sense, right? So when you're trying to sell and the bot cannot estimate the max sell, use the regular sell buttons, and I will go over the sell buttons shortly. You also have buy X tokens. Buy X tokens, if you want to buy a specific amount of tokens, you also can. You don't need to add the decimals here. Just like if you want 1 BUSD, you just type 1. You don't have to type 1 and 18 zeros. Yeah, so this gives you all the options to like buy the token. There's also, if you click on this button that showcases an interchange between buy and sell, it will give you a couple of buttons actually. First button is approve. Usually you don't have to touch this if you auto approve buttons. If your auto approve is enabled, remember when I talked about in the settings on the approve by default, the bot every time it buys, it will auto approve for you. But in case that is disabled and you want to pre-approve a token before it launches or whatever, this is how you do it. You copy paste the CA, you click on the buy sell button, and then click approve, and then the bot will approve the token even before it launches. This way you could save time. So you could also do that. I'm gonna go over this nuke sell button later. I'm gonna go over the easier ones first. As with the buy, you have preset amounts of sells. You could sell 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. You could sell a particular amount of BNB. You could sell the max transaction, which I also talked about, and you could sell the preset custom amount of tokens. So when you choose to sell max CS, max transaction, make sure the bot has like actually it can estimate the max sell. Otherwise, you're gonna have a failure with the transaction. You could also sell a custom percentage amount. This is the sell X percent here. So if you want to sell, say 65%, you could. And the nuke sell button, this is a global mega nuclear sell button, which effectively says, when you click on this button, you are telling the bot, please sell any of my token holdings on any of my wallets, on all of my wallets. So if you're nuke selling Catchy in this example, you're going to be selling your 100% Catchy holdings on all of your wallets. So your main wallet and all of your multi wallets in one button. This is very good. When you are trading with multiple wallets, clicking on nuke sell will effectively sell on all of these wallets at the same time, and it will sell 100% on all of the wallets. That's why I call this like it's a nuke sell. If you just have one wallet and you want to sell 100%, but you want to make it look cool, you can use the nuclear sell button because it's effectively the same. It will sell 100% on your main wallet. You don't have any other multi wallets, so it's good to go. Now, I have created a multi wallet. So there's a button here called it's main. So main is your main wallet. If you click on it, it will switch to your multi wallet. I might have deleted that wallet, or I might have created it on. Let's double check that. So wallets. BSC multi-wallet. Yeah, we don't have a wallet here. I'm gonna generate a wallet. I'm gonna call it demo2. I have a new wallet here. Now, if I copy paste the CA again, and I click, this is the wallet button. It will be present on buy and sell keyboards. So if we click on the wallet button, it will switch to demo2. When it switches to demo2, it will also update the balance. So if you're trying to like find the balance of token that you hold in a certain wallet that is present on the bot, you can keep using the wallet buttons to switch between your wallets, and the bot will auto update the balance here to reflect the true value of how much that particular wallet holds. So in the cell, I think we covered the cell keyboard completely. There is still the top keyboard. Obviously, you can always click the chart to go to the chart. But on the buy menu here, the first keyboard, the first row of buttons, we're gonna see track, we're gonna see chart, we're gonna see God mode. Every time you buy, a couple of things happen. Obviously, the bot will send the transaction. If you have auto approve enabled, it will send an approval transaction, and it will add the token to something called the trade monitor. The trade monitor is the thing that you're gonna probably be watching all day long, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So before I wanna press track, because explaining track is also important. So let me first buy actually the token, and I'm gonna fund the wallet first. Of course, I have all this information. I'm gonna buy 0.001 BNB. So I clicked the custom BNB button. I'm gonna say, please buy 0.001 BNB for me. Once it does that, that was extremely fast. It will send you a message that the transaction is pending, and it also gives you like the market cap at which the bot sent the transaction or tried to send the transaction. Once it succeeds, which means it got mined, the buy transaction tells you it succeeds and that you gained X amount of catchy or tokens, whatever it is, and it gives you the dollar equivalent of the token amount. Once that happens, the bot will automatically add the trade to the trade monitor. This is the trade monitor. The trade monitor is an active view on the trade, and it will always update when the trade value changes. However, you could always refresh manually, even if there is no value change. So if I click on this button, so again, this is the button that showcases the trade symbol. It also operates as a refresh button for the trade monitor. So if you click it, it will force refresh the trade monitor. As you can see here, nothing changed except the time elapsed. If I click it again, it's going to be the same thing. If the trade value does change, the bot will automatically do the refresh process for you. But this way, we refrain from using traffic when we don't need to, right? The bot doesn't need to update the user's trade monitor if the information, let's say your worth or the percentage change did not actually change. So, however, if you are finicky and you really want to know, get the latest trade monitor, you can always press on this button to get the latest trade monitor, regardless if the bot thinks there's a change or not. And remember, guys, that in the settings section, I did enable anti-rug. So anti-rug is by default enabled here. The anti-rug does determine the global anti-rug toggle enables, it determines the global, the pair trade anti-rug. However, when the trade monitor shows up, all of these values that you see here are based on your global settings. But if you change them locally on the trade monitor, it will not change the global setting. So again, as an example, you see here that anti-rug is enabled. I'm going to disable it, right? So now it's disabled. If I type /sniper, I go to my wallet, which is here. By the way, you could see that when you type /sniper now, you have an active trade. So we're going to go to wallets, and we're going to go to BSC. We're going to go to config, and you will see that anti-rug is still enabled because this is a global toggle. As I said, that any changes you do on the trade monitor, this is called the trade monitor, will not be reflected on the global settings. These are two separate things. And the global settings are just there to be a global default value for the bot. So you have anti-rug. I disabled it. I don't need it here. I'm not gonna rug myself, but maybe later, because I need to showcase how that also operates. We do have on the trade monitor, if you have multiple tokens, you could use the arrows to move between multiple tokens, and I'll also showcase that. There's auto sell. If you want to enable auto sell, right now the default values for the thresholds of stop loss and take profit are minus 50%. This resembles that the price has dipped, to half its value, and the 100% here is the sell high threshold, and this is the take profit threshold. So the 100% means the token has doubled in price, and if you hit auto sell, if you enable auto sell, then it will auto sell at these thresholds. There's also trailing sell, which also, if enabled, it will activate the trailing. The auto sell will behave like a trailing auto sell. And for more information on that, you could read the manual, which, by the way, the bot has the manual embedded. So if you type /tutorial, you will find that the bot will give you the manual and the video tutorial that you need to be able to trade using the bot. And the trading cell is very well described in the Sniper manual. Okay, back to the trade monitor. If you click on the low high button here, the row changes from low high to amount. So remember when I talked about your sell amount, like your sell low amount and your sell high amount, this determines how much of your bag you want to sell when the thresholds are met. So in these settings, the left button decides the stop loss amount. So in this case, if the stop loss is activated, I'm going to sell my whole bag. If my take profit is activated, I'm going to sell 50% of my bag, which is half my bag. We could also configure buy dip. Now, one thing that people, this is the buy limits and buy order that people rave about. One common mistake, people immediately just set an amount. So let's say I want to buy 0.001 BNB. The Telegram will say that the amount has been set or changed, and then we enable buy dip. People enable buy dip, and they get this: the buy dip threshold is not set yet. Configure a threshold to enable buy dip. And then they ask us, well, where's the threshold, right? Well, there's a third button here called, it says $0. We have a change soon. We have an update that it will make this say threshold on $0. But the $0 here, if you click it, it will allow you to set the threshold at which you want the bot to buy the dip. So we're gonna click on $0 here, and once you click it, the row changes into 3 different options. These options determine how do you want to set the threshold. Do you want to set a percentage threshold based on the value of the token, based on your entry? Or do you want to set a value based on the price of the token? Or do you want to set a value based on the market cap? So the market cap of Catchy is 49.5K. If I click on market cap, the bot will say, you are setting the market cap in USD at which you consider the token has dipped. Please specify a value for this trade monitor. I'm going to say 40K, right? 40K is a nice little dip. And the bot will say, okay, market cap is invalid. Okay, well, I think we didn't add the 40K as a way. So we have to put all the zeros. So 40 and then 3 zeros, that will be $40,000. And the bot will say dip market cap has changed. And you could see that on the button, it says 40K. We should allow 40K as a shorthand way to say 40K rather than putting all zeros. We can add that as a convenient feature in the future. So now the bot, if I activate buy dip, 2 things are going to happen. The button will get enabled, and on the trade monitor, we're going to see a new line says buy dip activates at market cap 40K. And this will effectively monitor when the bot will buy for you. And if you at some point wish to not buy the dip anymore, you can simply click on it and you're done. The rest of the trade monitor, we've already gone over the sell features. These are the same sell features you see on the manual CA. We have these 4 extra buttons at the bottom, which like they change how this operates. If you reset the token trade monitor, it will reset everything. It will like recompute your initial value based on the worth of the token. So right now, let's say you bought once, right, and you bought again on the same wallet. If you do that, let me actually show you what happens when you do that. So I'm gonna go back to Catchy here. I'm gonna buy again 0.001. So this is another buy. By the way, this is all on the mainnet. I'm not doing it on testnet. This is all like these are all real buys on the actual bot. So I wanted to buy. The transaction has been sent. As you see, it's pending. And now we have 2 catchies, right? Now, if I want to move between them, I can. And now it will not be very visible, but the only thing that's different is the time, right? I bought Catchy. The first buy was 9 minutes ago, and you can see it here. This timer shows you. I will go over the trade monitor of what it actually shows, so you guys are clear on that. But this timer showcases the expiry of the trade. Every trade you do on the bot has an expiration date, has an expiration timer. If this timer runs out, the trade gets disabled, so the bot stops doing anything related to the trade, which means no auto sells, no buy dips, no nothing. And make sure you always refresh the trades that you want to keep tracking. Why did we implement an expiration? A lot of people, they just buy and they forget, and they don't even configure auto sell or like buy dip, so they don't care. So why should I spend my resources on a trade that the user does not need anymore? So the expiration forces the users to always refresh the trades that matter to him and he wants to monitor. So always keep an eye out at this timer. And then the new buy has a more recent timer because I just bought, right? Now you could see that I have made 2 trades, and these 2 trades, every one of them was valued initially at 0.001. I have lost around 5%. That's the 5% sell, 5% buy tax, and my worth is 0.00947 BNB, which is 5% less than my initial. Now, the most common question: how can I merge my trades? Right? I have made multiple trades. I want to merge them into one. Easy. When you do reset, the bot will recompute the initial based on your current token holdings, all of them, not just the trade. So if I press reset on this trade, it says monitor reset, and you will see that now the initial and the worth is the aggregation of all of your tokens. The one caveat here is that the initial will not be 0.002. So be careful of that. When you do reset, make sure you readjust your percentages based on the new percent. So reset is just like, it will literally just put the initial to like exactly as your worth, and the percentage difference is 0%. Now you could like readjust. At this point, do you want to sell at 100%? Do you want to sell at -50? You have to readjust your thresholds after you reset. If you don't want to reset, okay, so now these you could still track these 2 trades separately. If you go to the other trade, I will, as you see here, I have pressed the right arrow, it went to the other trade. The timer right now is 71 hours and 57 minutes. If I press refresh, it will go back to 72 hours. By the way, it's 72 hours for premium and 24 hours for the normal public people. So if you want to refresh less and have less of an agony doing that, you could subscribe to premium. But 72 hours is plenty of time for sniping stuff, right? And usually the tokens don't last more than 12 hours, so they just get sold off. And 24 hours is a good timer for most trades. But if you feel like you need more and you find yourself you're refreshing very often, then premium is an option. Besides that, let's go over the trade monitor quickly. Actually, before that, let me finish the buttons. So if you stop a trade, there's a stop button. If I stop a trade, it gets disabled. Once the trade is disabled, it goes to the disabled the other trades, and it will showcase as disabled. Disabled trades get garbage collected every 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, the bot will actually delete the trade from your trade monitor. And you could navigate to the disabled trade. If you want to resurrect it, you could just press refresh again. As you can see, it respawned with the actual values. If you want to delete a trade, you can. You just press delete, and it gets deleted off of your trade monitor. If at some point you delete the monitor itself, so I'm going to delete the monitor, right? Oops, the monitor went away. I don't have a monitor anymore, and I still have active trades. I can do /monitor. This is a global command. You type it, and the bot will resurrect. It will spawn the monitor panel again, only if you have active trades. If you have any track trades. In this case, we do, right? So that essentially is it for trade monitor. I'm going to just go quickly over the stuff you see here. So if you I've gone over this in part 1, where you could literally copy paste any CA, and if you press track, it will be added to your trade monitor. I already have a trade monitor set up here, but if I want to bring it down, I can just type /monitor, and the bot will print my monitor up right here. I already had a demo token. For some reason, it's down 38%. I'm pretty sure maybe some of the users actually bought and sold. But let's go back. Let's go to the catchy one. So in catchy, I technically have no coins here. I mean, the worth is to the power -12 BNB. That's because I sold all my catchy tokens in the previous part. But the trade monitor, I have gone through all these buttons, so I'm just going to go over the summary here. You're always going to have a primary trade and other trades. The primary trade will have all the main information. It will showcase the wallet that bought the trade, that bought the token, and it will show the symbol of the token, your percentage price difference ever since you bought or refreshed or reset, and also the expiration timer for the trade. And I've talked about what the expiration timer represents. Any trade that's on your trade monitor will be monitored for auto sell, anti-rug, or buy dip, all those automatic functionalities. But you have to make sure that that the trade is on the trade monitor. So if a trade expires or gets disabled or gets deleted, the bot will stop tracking it for auto sell and anti-rug. We get people who get rugged, and they would go like, oh, well, why didn't anti-rug actually trigger? Well, that's because the trade is not on your trade monitor anymore. The bot will not, the amount of processing that's required for the bot to track all of your trades for all users is kind of insane. So the way we fought the unnecessary load of all trades is the fact that, hey, if you're a user and a trade is interesting to you, make sure this timer does not expire. And how do you refresh this timer? You just press refresh here, as I've mentioned in part 1. So that's the timer. Now you have the initial of your trade. You can forget the values here, but the initial is the amount you actually paid when you entered the trade. The worth is what's the worth of your trade now. Time elapsed is effectively the time that has elapsed ever since you bought or ever since you refreshed. If I refresh, this will be 0. And to validate that, I'm going to click on refresh. The monitor has been refreshed, and the time elapsed is now 0, plus my expiration timer has been updated to 72 hours. 72 hours is for premium people, and 24 hours is for the basic version. On the trade monitor, you also get the price of the token and the market cap. Also, you're going to get a live view on the taxes. So every time the taxes actually change, the trade monitor will update accordingly. This is very important for launches where the taxes are quite changing. The sell taxes are also changing from 35% to 20 to 15. Some people are waiting for the sell tax to be 5% to sell. So that's your one way, I guess, to always see the taxes of the token and decide whether you want to sell or not. And you have the profit loss with taxes. This is the taxes on this token is 5%. So we're gonna see here -5%, because you're just gonna lose if you sell whatever you have right now, because we have 0% change. It's like a new trade. If you track a trade, it will start with initial equals to the worth. So your change in price is going to be 0%. So in this case, my profit loss with tax will be minus 5%. My price impact here is minimal; it's 0%. That's because the the tokens that I own are irrelevant in value. So when I'm selling, it will not really affect the chart, and that's what price impact means, and it's 0%. So then the expected payout, if I do sell right now, would be 4.1 to the power 10 to the power minus 12 BNB. So in better trades, let me try the other. This other trade I have has better numbers. I entered the trade with 0.01001 BNB. Now it's worth 0.0006, so I lost 38% in value. The trade has been going on ever since a day and 21 hours, ever since our last voice call or video call. We have the same information here. The price with my price impact, if I sell, is 5%. So the profit loss with tax is going to be minus 42%. And with the price impact and everything factored in, you are expecting a payout of this much, 3 zeros and 54 BNB for this trade. So yeah, you have this very nice, concise summary of the trade. And as you navigate between the trades using those arrows, you will get the monitor will be updated to showcase the other trade. And that is it for the monitor. I did want to go over God mode. That's where we actually stopped on part 1. But before I do that, I think I want to showcase how we handle addressees. So if you effectively any address, any post, anything that the bot goes through, anything that the bot sees and analyzes will go through our smart algorithm to detect addresses. So what does this smart algorithm do? It does a lot of things, and I'm not going to go over them in detail. But let's say some caller copy pasted the address. He made the address into 3 parts. Let's say 4. That's also fine. Doesn't matter. And he sent this CA like this, right? So this is a CA, just that it's cut into 4 parts. If I press enter here, do you think the bot will read the CA? Let's try to see that. It did catch the address, and it printed the summary. If the guy was very funny and say he added emojis, just gonna put hearts here. Do you think the bot will actually see it? Let's see, it did. So emojis don't really matter. If say the caller tried to be a bit smarter, so he did something like this. So part 1 with this address, part 2 with this address, part 3 like this, let's say 3 parts, but he actually shuffled them. So he did the part 3 here and part 2 at the end. And if I press enter, do you think the bot will read it? Let's try to figure that out. 3, 2, 1, and the bot read the address. And to make things even worse on the bot, I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna remove 6. This is the part 3 which is shuffled. I'm gonna remove 6. I'm gonna what? Okay. I'm gonna remove 6. I don't want the emoji. I wanna type 5 plus 1. So I'm replacing 6 by 5 plus 1 as like a math, and let's see if this works out. It did. To make it even worse, we could do this. We could do 5 plus 1. You think the bot will read this? Let's try and see that. So 3, 2, 1. The bot did read it, and we got the address. Okay, let's make things even even worse. If we do something like not like parentheses, but like square brackets, let's say, and then type enter, the bot will also read it. This is just a subset of what the smart algorithm can do. And we're always on the lookout to improve this algorithm whenever we see any issues. However, ever since we really perfected this algorithm, nobody has really complained. We get people asking if the bot can read charts, and it can. I'm gonna give an example here. So if I use PooCoin chart like this, and I hit enter here, the bot will also figure out the address. If you use DEX tools, same thing. Also, the bot will circle back to find the token, and it will print the token summary. So you don't have to worry about the addresses and how they're being figured out. If you're copy pasting some very hard address to read, or a call channel is posting with some address tricks, the bot will decode it and will give you the summary. Does the bot read images? Yes, it can. It does its best to read images. It's not super accurate, and we have had failures on image processing, but it did get better, and we always upgrade that module. So the bot does read images as well. So that's also a thing to remember. So that is all here. Now, I did want to run some God mode tests. So what is God mode? God mode is the functionality that allows you to buy on launch with a block delay. You can snipe method, liquidity, and auto. And I will show it to you first, but let me grab the demo address. I have deployed on Wednesday a demo token, and I called it demo right here. I'm not sure if I have tokens in this. Let me see my balance. I have 0. I think I sold all of them. Okay, so when you go here, please do not buy this token. It's worthless, and you're just gonna make my life harder. So just once you copy paste any token CA, you'll get this menu. Obviously, I've explained this, and you go to God mode. In God mode, you get all the goodies that you have to set to be able to snipe the launch. We have you're able to select your wallet. So that's your main. I also have another wallet called Demo One, and that's it. So you could choose which wallet you want to be used to ape for on God mode. You also have the gas price. If you want to set a specific gas price for the launch and ignore your global gas price settings. You also have Snipe Auto. Snipe Auto is the easiest method to use to snipe launches. We do not recommend it because it is slow and it's very conservative. You only use this if you have no idea how the token will launch. If the results of Snipe Auto are not good, you have been warned. Our recommendation is when you know that the token is launching by adding liquidity or by a certain method like an able trade or launch token on the contract, then we suggest to use those. These are the fastest options for God mode. Snipe Auto is slow. It's supposed to be slow and conservative. In the future, we are going to improve it. But right now, this functionality is very specific. It does work on a lot of tokens, but the settings it uses are very conservative. Okay, so only use it if you have no idea how the token will launch. Once you enable one of those, you can also set the amount, the native amount, or the token amount. The native amount is how much you're willing to send in the transaction, and just get whatever tokens you're gonna get with that amount of money, and with your slippage in consideration when the bot can estimate slippage. And the token amount, use it when you wanna lock in on a max wallet or like a max bag. Say like a token launches, the max bag is 100 tokens. You click on the amount, you put 100, right, and you're good to go. This field does take an abbreviation. So if you want to put 10,000, you could do this, 10K, and the bot will use 10K accordingly. I'm gonna put it back to 100. In fact, I'm not gonna even use auto, so that's fine. We have snipe liquidity. When the dev adds liquidity, the bot will try to buy. Make sure that when you are sniping, you have to figure out if there's any block delay associated. Some people add liquidity through the contract, which is also possible, which will have also its own block delays. most likely you're going to encounter block delay with snipe method. When you do enable snipe method, the block delay is there for you to avoid all the dead blocks. What's a block delay? And I know a lot of people will be looking at this guide and asking themselves the same question. Block delay is there so that once the bot sees the transaction that enables trading, it will wait an X amount of blocks before it buys. Why would you wait? And why are there even dead blocks? I mean, you expect that when someone enables trade is enabled and you can buy, but that's not the case. Devs on BSC and Ethereum, they both have leveraged blocks, like a block delay, a dead blocks effectively, to fight sniper bots. So what happens is, let's say on block 1, the dev enables trade. Blocks 2, 3, and 4, if you buy on these blocks, or if your buy eventually ends up in these blocks, you will get taxed 99%. So what happens is you send your money to buy, let's say 0.5 BNB. When the logic goes through the contract of the token, it detects that you're a bot because you're buying very early, and it will give you 0 tokens, let's say, or 1 token or 2 token, which is like 99.99% tax, let's say, which means he stole your money. And there's no other way to put this than like dead blocks. Effectively, if the transaction goes through and it gives you no tokens, the dev has stolen your money. Even if you so back to the block delays. So how do you avoid dead blocks? You just set a block delay. If the first 3 blocks will be taxed, or let's say you'll be flagged as a bot or you'll be blacklisted, then you have to use 3 block delays. So if, let's say, so in this scenario, I'm gonna block 1, the dev is launching. Block 2 and 3 are dead blocks. The bot will buy on block 4. So that's 3 block delays. You have to count the blocks that the bot will avoid, including the first block that launched the token. So block 1 launched a token, and then another block, which is block 2, is a dead block. Block 3 is also a dead block. So that's 3 blocks already. So when you set your God mode, make sure you use 3 blocks to avoid being flagged as a bot. I'm gonna buy here. I'm gonna actually trigger this. I'm gonna use, actually first I'm gonna buy 0.001 BNB on this token. I'm gonna enable snipe method. The method on snipe is trading status. No, I want to enable, this is enable trading. When you click on snipe method, the bot will give you all the methods that it can snipe. It actually sees in the contract. Sometimes it's not able to read all of them, because we do all of this on the blockchain. We don't use any external service to read the contracts. Like on that note, by the way, the bot, everything you do on the bot, on Maestro bot, does not require the CA to be verified. We don't really care. The whole premise, our entire development has been focused around unverified CAs, because there's a lot of CAs that are not verified. How will anti-rug work if we only do anti-rug on, say, verified CAs? Or how can we compute taxes, all that? So all the functionalities, like detecting max sell, max buy, max wallet, taxes, God modes, they all work on unverified contracts. We don't need the contract to be verified. So even like sniping methods, even like extracting methods here, the contract does not need to be verified for us to figure out the method, the methods. So in the same sense, if let's say it's a possibility that you suspect there's a method that the bot has not caught, go to BSC scan or Ether scan and see the contract there, and usually the website gives you, the Block Explorer website gives you all the methods that the bot has not seen. Whenever this happens, we usually add them back to the bot, because it's actually like a dictionary of sorts that we use to look at to extract methods from contracts. Yeah, that will be one way. That will be the way. If you suspect you don't see the method here, go to the Block Explorer and you will find the method, hopefully, that will be used to launch the token. So in this scenario, we're just gonna use enable trading method. I'm gonna copy the hexadecimal here. I'm gonna paste it here. And the bot will now enable my snipe method. It will show me the native amount I'm gonna buy with, which is 0.001 BNB. I'm gonna, for the sake of this example, I'm gonna do 3 block delays. So the bot will schedule the buy on the 3rd block. And I'm gonna go set up my remix so I could launch the method. I think we're good. I'm gonna let it rip. I am gonna enable trade. And 3, 2, 1, boom. And we have a call here, and the bot will buy. It's pending. And there you go. The buy did succeed, and we got our trade monitor with the new trade available. So say you wanna enable multi-wallet buys on just regular CAs like this. You have to do a couple of things. So I'm not gonna use the quick method. I'm gonna show it to you how to do it like in the vanilla mode. You go to Sniper Wallets, BSC, multi-wallet. Make sure this toggle is on. This is the global multi-toggle. And because we copy pasted the CA, this will work as the this will use the settings of the call channel that's called me. Me is you. You are your own call channel on the DM with the bot. When you go to me, you will also see a multi-toggle. In this case, it's already enabled because I have enabled it before. Make sure this is enabled. And now every time you copy paste a CA, it will show you that this is like multi-wallet is enabled. And when you buy, you're gonna get 2 separate transactions, and I will show it to you right now. So I'm gonna buy manually. I'm gonna buy 0.001 BNB on my main wallet. Remember, I'll always use your main wallet because when multi is enabled, your main wallet becomes the master wallet. So I'm gonna buy 0.001 BNB. I'm gonna hit enter, and as you can see here, 2 transactions were sent, and it also shows you the wallet. And now I have 2 extra trades. This is the trade that belongs to demo 1, and there's another trade that belongs to my main, which is if you go down, this is my my other buy. And that's how you multi-wallet buy on just regular CAs and also on God mode. And that is it. Now, let me try to blacklist myself. Right, guys? So anti-rug here, I have explained anti-rug before, and I've told you that anti-rug will try to front run sell the rug transaction. So I'm gonna deliberately ban my wallet, my main wallet, not my secondary wallet, because of course the way we test for rugs is like very specific. So in this case, we have to make sure that whatever trades you're tracking, that we are testing for that wallet. In this case, when I ban my main wallet, we're also gonna get we're gonna be selling the bot will sell for you on the main wallet. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to ban that wallet. So I'm gonna ban in 3, 2, 1, and immediately the bot says, I smell a rug pull. Check this transaction. It has sold on all of my wallets, and it does that because usually what happens if you are doing multi and the dev has blacklisted one of your wallets, there's a huge likelihood that he's gonna ban your other wallet as well. So in fact, our latest variation on anti-rug has enabled that we sell for all of your wallets to make sure that you save your money. So he is not able to blacklist you on the other wallet. You just effectively just sell from all of your wallets that you have. Typically, that's the case when you do a multi-wallet buy. They all go in the same block. If he's already banning you on the main wallet, odds are 90% he's going to ban you on your secondary wallet. So in this case, my bot front run the transaction. I'm going to actually show you. So I have this this replacement transaction under price. That's for That should not be effectively there. Maybe the bot tried to sell again, or I had a pending transaction on my main wallet from part 1. Hopefully not. But what you have to see here, the most important part is that all of my tokens got, were actually sold. We're gonna look into this error later on. So I want to show you what the rug looks like. I'm gonna go to the transaction. Let me switch my screen now. I really hope switching screens does not screw up my guide, my recording. Okay, I'm gonna try to share my screen one. You guys should be able to see this. I'm gonna increase the font. That's more like it. Of course, this is the blacklist, and you're gonna find the wallet that blacklisted the contract, which is the token. And usually blacklists require really low gas limit. In this case, 46,000. The blacklist happened with 5 GUI. However, sometimes the rugger uses, let's say, 50 GUI, and the bot, when it tries to sell for you, front run sell, it will have to use more than that. So front running with anti-rug is costly, because we always try to guarantee that you're gonna front run the transaction, so you have to pay more gas price. And the caveat here is, well, not a caveat, but more so, it is not worth it to pay that much money if you really do not have tokens that are as valuable. So if your token holdings are worth $1 and front run selling the rug will cost you, say, $4, then it's really not worth it to front run. That's why we use the max gas price. If you guys, we circle back to the max gas price. The max gas price will forbid the bot from selling if the gas price is too high on the rug. So the way you see it is that on the contract, you're going to see something like blacklist add wallets or ban bot or blacklist bot as the function. You're going to see your address here. This is the address of the wallet I'm using on the bot. And this is a batch blacklist function. So the devs can actually like send 50 addresses in one shot, blacklist them all at the same time. And quite possibly, if you're doing multi, that you're going to find multiple, like all of your wallets in this kind of method. If you used a good block delay, you have read the contract, you will not face bans. But likely some devs, even with the block delay, they do also check the wallets, see if they are bot related or they look like bots. Maestro, one thing you have to know about Maestro, which doesn't all other bots in the market don't do, is that we use a no contract approach. So when we buy, sell, approve, the bot looks like a regular wallet. It does not interact with any intermediary. That's the beauty of it, because it will save your privacy. It will keep your transactions looking like human transactions, and it will not look like a bot. So that is it for anti-rug. Anti-rug is extremely powerful. It does front run high tax. It front runs huge sells. It front runs setting like the max transaction to 1 or 0, turning the token into a honeypot. It will front run that in whatever sense. So when we use the term rug in anti-rug, we literally mean any behavior that will affect the value of your tokens drastically. So whenever we determine that something will affect the value of your tokens drastically, we're gonna sell your holdings to preserve the value of your trades. Yeah, that is it actually for anti-rug. Let me figure out. Let's go back to the bot. Okay. So I wanted to end here on God mode and anti-rug, and then I'm gonna go over Copytrade now. So how do you Copytrade? So the first thing you have to do is to click on /sniper. Click or type it out. You're gonna go to Copytrade. You're gonna choose your chain, and you're gonna now add your wallet or contract. So just recently we added the ability to actually Copytrade contracts. When you copy trade, make sure that what you're copy trading is the wallet or the contract that is receiving the tokens. This is very, very important. Sometimes wallets interact with contracts that eventually send the tokens to other wallets or even other contracts. So when you are determining who to copy trade, make sure you're copy trading the wallet or the contract that is receiving the tokens. This is the most important detail when you are copy trading. And if you don't know who and what is receiving, you could talk to admin or you could ask on the chat to determine. Obviously asking on the chat might eventually publicize the wallet you want to copy trade. So I suggest we do have a PSA on it in the manual, the Maestro manual. It does describe how to get a proper wallet or contract to copy trade. So again, make sure that what you're copy trading is the wallet or destination effectively that is receiving the tokens. So in this case, I'm going to add my other wallet. It is called Demo. I'm going to add it here. First thing to do is you're going to have to name your copy trade. I'm going to say copy demo. And the wallet address, this is the wallet I'm going to try to copy. And as soon as I do that, it will just say added the BSC wallet with the name and the wallet address right now. So not only you have to add it, and then you have to click this button to activate Copytrade. To enable Copytrade in totality, you have to enable this global toggle. You have to make sure that this toggle is on. So initially it's off. You click it, it's on. Once it's on, all the Copytrade module will activate. Now, if Copytrade is on, and I go to if you click on the wallet, you have the wallet settings. As you can see, everything is turned off. So auto buy is turned off, copy sell is turned off. So if you just turn on Copytrade without turning on auto buy or copy sell, the bot will just inform you that the wallet is actually doing a trade. So I'm gonna try to purchase a very low amount of that token again. And this time the bot should notify me that a transaction is going through. So I'm going to buy right now. And as you could see, I did buy, and the bot sent me a message saying Copytrade wallet is performing a buy worth this amount, which is extremely low. It gives you the token summary as well. And it also gives you the conditions for auto buy. So in this case, I have 3 different conditions. I have set my global market cap condition to $1,000, which is the max market cap. And the market cap of this token is gigantic. It is 3 billion. So I have to remove this condition. I have to enable channel auto buy. In this case, it's actually wallet, the Copytrade wallet auto buy. And I have to enable, I have to actually set an auto buy amount. If I don't have an auto buy amount on the Copytrade, what happens is, the bot does not know your limit. So imagine you're copy trading a whale, and the whale is like playing with 40 BNBs as buys, and that's your entire savings for the past 30 years. So you'd rather just pay, say, a maximum of 0.1 BNB. So without having a buy amount, the bot will not know your maximum restricted amount. So in this case, I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna let me show you from scratch where to configure these 3 settings. So we're gonna start with the market cap. So the market cap, you go to Sniper, wallets, BSC, and config, and then buy. And here you're gonna just delete the maximum market cap. I mean, you could put like a very high value, but in this case, for sake of the demo, I'm just gonna delete it. It will say MT threshold has been deleted. And if you go on the buy summary here, it will say max market cap is disabled. So now there is no condition on the market cap. And now, so we resolved this first error. The second error, it says channel auto buy is disabled. But because this is a Copytrade wallet, the settings for that will be in the Copytrade. So Copytrade, BSC, copy demo, and then we're gonna delete max market cap, which is right here. not maximize. I want to enable auto buy here, so I'm just gonna enable auto buy. And now that we have resolved the second error. By the way, just as a note on the conditions here, you could actually set a specific condition for this wallet. There are global wallet settings that are the same as these 6 settings, market cap, liquidity, and all that. And there's also specific settings that will override the global. So let's say your general market cap max threshold is $1,000, but you want to set for this wallet a max market cap of $1,000. You can, and the bot will use $1,000 as a condition for the buys on this wallet. So now we have resolved the second error, which is the channel auto buy, and now there's a buy amount. So similarly, where do you set that buy amount? In the same settings menu. So again, you access that through the Copytrade, and then BSC, and then Copy Demo. And here you're gonna find the buy amount button. We're gonna click it, and I'm gonna say 0.001. That's the minimum I could use. So now, if the Copytrade wallet buys 1 BNB or 2 BNB, my maximum is 0.001 BNB. But if the Copytrade wallet buys less than this, then I'm gonna copy that buy amount. So to give you an accurate example, let's say my buy amount is 1. So now my maximum is 1. So if he buys 2 BNB, my bot will buy 1 BNB. But if he buys 0.5 BNB, half a BNB, then my bot will buy half a BNB. So the only difference in buy amount functionality between Copytrade and general auto buy is that the buy amount acts as a max buy amount. This is the maximum you can afford for any Copytrade, so the bot will never buy more than what you can afford. I'm gonna put this back to 0.001 BNB. We don't want to go broke in this Copytrade. And now I'm gonna initiate a trade using the same wallet, and hopefully this time my bot will buy. I'm gonna do 0.002 BNB to showcase that functionality. All right, now my Copytrade wallet is gonna buy 0.002 BNB, and remember that my maximum set is 0.001. So per my definition of buy amount, the bot will only buy 0.001 BNB because that's the maximum I can afford. So I'm gonna confirm the trade on PancakeSwap in 3, 2, 1, and as you could see here, the bot did report this. However, there's one detail that we missed, is the fact that for this particular token, the liquidity is extremely low. So the bot will actually restrict your auto buy on this token. So let's try a different token to buy. I'm gonna use Catchy again, which is a really good example so far. Gonna go to PancakeSwap again. This time I'm gonna buy a different token that will be bought, and I will buy 0.002 BNB. So let's go. In 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna confirm trade, and voila. The bot has reported the buy, but as you could see, that the bot attempted a buy of 0.001 BNB, which is my maximum buy amount, and the buy went through, and it's now on my trade monitor. And that's it. That's how you Copytrade wallets. How do you multi-buy Copytrade wallets? Simple. You just have to enable multi on the channel, on the Copytrade wallet, plus enable multi on the global settings. How do you copy sell? So by default, the bot will not copy sell. If you have to enable copy sell to actually copy the sell of the wallet. So in this case, I'm gonna enable it, and I will sell right away. I'm gonna sell all of my holdings on that wallet. I'm gonna approve the token for sell. Once it's approved, I can sell. It is being a bit slow on PancakeSwap. Now I'm gonna swap, and I'm gonna click confirm. And as you can see here, the bot will notify you when a sell is happening, and the sells happen in percentages. So If the Copytrade wallet sells all of its holdings, you will also sell all of your holdings. If it sells half of its holdings, you will also sell only half of your holdings. So in this case, the sell transaction is pending, and the sell transaction has succeeded. This is how you auto buy and auto sell, well, effectively copy sell the wallet. There is a particular functionality here, which is you could select to auto sell. Auto sell is copy sell is auto, like whenever the wallet you copy trade sells, you also sell. But you could technically disable copy sell and choose your own auto sell thresholds. In part one, I described how every trade has an auto sell. You have a global auto sell toggle, and you could select your sell high and sell low thresholds. So let's say you don't want to follow the wallet that you're copy trading in his selling decisions. You could do your own auto sell thresholds, and these will determine when the bot will sell the tokens for you. And you could also enable trading sell. Just one note here, that on the trade monitor, every trade you do will have its own settings here that are inherited from your global settings. But whenever you change them, they will be changed selectively for that trade. So when you do get a copy trade buy and you just want to enable auto sell, you can after the fact enable auto sell. And you enable auto sell and you select your sell low threshold here and your sell high, aka stop loss and the take profit. So you could choose either to follow the wallet for the copy sells, or you could define use the auto sell functionality that is present on the trade monitor and that is supported by the bot. That is it. The one last detail in Copytrade is front running. Sometimes you hand out your wallet to your friend and you tell them just copy trade me and I will do the trades for you. And it would be a good idea to tell them to turn off front running. If they turn off front running, they will match your wallet's transactions gas, and usually they will not front run you. It will the transaction will happen after yours is sent and mined. In terms of priorities, because it's the same gas, miners will choose his transaction over yours first, and then it gets mined in that particular order. So turn off front run when you don't want to front run. Enable front run when you do want to buy before the Copytrade wallet. Front run also operates on sells, so if you enable front run, it will also front run sell the wallet. So not only are you buying before the Copytrade wallet, you're also selling before the Copytrade wallet, which is a very very cool thing to say. But if you're doing that with your friends, then yeah, just don't. That actually ends Copytrade. We are gonna go over call channels now, quickly. Not quickly. Well, it will not take long. In call channels, you're gonna click /sniper. You're gonna go to call channels. You're gonna click your favorite chain, and first two things you will see is the me channel and the scraper channel. The me channel governs the behavior of the bot when you copy paste the CAs, like token CAs, to your DMs. So remember, guys, like when I was doing this, when you copy paste CA, you press enter and you get your token summary. This is the me channel. This is like how the bot will handle this channel. The me channel is your DM with the bot. The scraper channel is when you use our separate scraper. By the way, Maestro does have a Maestro scraper, and it can scrape any channel that you have that we don't support. The behavior of these scraped addresses will be governed by the scraper channel. We have tons of channels here, and you could go over them. You could hit next and go over the next page, and then the next page, and all that. If you click on, there's like around 45 pages or more. I do not suggest this method unless you're just curious. You can click on page here to go back to the first page, and you can search for your favorite channel. If you search for your favorite channel, it will find the channel and it will just take you there. So if you know exactly who you want to follow, you can just use the search functionality. When you do search, make sure you use the username of the channel. If you just put names, the bot will not figure out what you're talking about. So make sure you're using the username of the channel. So let's go to a random. Let's go to the me channel. As I have explained in the first part, all these settings. So I'm not going to go over them again. All you have to know is that these settings, if you set them on a per channel basis, they will override the general global settings. Your wallet settings act as a global setting. So let's say if you set the max market cap, let me actually show you this effectively. When I copy paste the token, it tells me that auto buy is disabled, so auto buy will not be triggered. Let me do this. I'm gonna go to Sniper. So the market cap of Catchy is $50,000, right? I'm gonna go to wallets, BSC, and then config, and then buy. This is the global settings. I'm gonna click max market cap. I'm gonna say that the maximum market cap allowed for auto buy is, say, $20,000, right? $20,000 is less than Catchy's $50,000. So if I copy paste Catchy's CA again, the bot now tells me that auto buy will not be triggered because of two alerts. The first alert is that the market cap is bigger than the $20,000 threshold. Awesome. So now we know how to set limitations for auto buy. So the bot will not auto buy if any of those limitations are not met, or the conditions are not met. So let's say in general, I do not want to buy tokens that are above $20,000. But what if I want to tell the bot, hey, globally, yes, please do not buy any tokens above $20,000. But if I paste an address, then I want you not to buy anything above $100,000. So how to do that? If we go back to, I'm not going to go back. I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. So /sniper, call channels again. You go to BSC and you click on the me channel. And let's say now you edit the max market cap and you say, okay, so if I copy paste the CA to my bot, I want to say, I do not mind if the token is under $100,000. So now the bot will say, so you set the maximum market cap to $100,000. Now, if I copy paste the Catchy address and I press enter, you will see that the alert for the market cap has gone away because the $100,000 will override my $20,000 settings. Similarly, by the way, if I click on the specific market cap, my me channel market cap, and I now choose a lower value, so my global value is $20,000. I'm gonna choose $10,000, and I click and I use the same Catchy address again. Then you will see that the market cap, the market cap is bigger than $10,000. It did not show the global term here because $10,000 is a specific channel setting. So that's how the bot works. It will, in this manner, you could auto buy a very like tokens that only fit your criteria, either globally or specifically. The same behavior will operate on minimum liquidity. Probably the max buy tax and max sell tax are the ones you guys would use. You can also override the sell high and sell low settings per channel, plus the amounts. If you don't know what these are, I have explained them in part one. I will not go over them again here. You have to enable auto buy on the channel itself. So to auto buy your own calls, you have to enable auto buy on your me channel, plus enable the global auto buy, plus have a buy amount. And I have already demonstrated auto buys in part one, so I'm not going to go over them again here. Auto sells, same, it's a similar story. Trading sell. Make sure these are enabled if you want to enable them for your the me channel. Now for multi, multi requires you to enable both the multi global toggle and the multi on the DM, and that's what we have here. These are enabled. This is why when I copy pasted, it says multi wallet is enabled, and I have demonstrated how to enable multi before and what God mode multi is. So for the me channel, every call channel, we take your me channel as your DM channel with the bot as a call channel. So, but the only difference is you cannot untrack yourself. whatever token you're gonna paste to the bot will always be obliged to send you information. So you cannot untrack yourself. If you click untrack on your main channel, it will do nothing. But if you want to track a channel, but you don't want to auto buy any calls, so I'm gonna give an example here. I have subscribed to a dev channel. This is for the demo purposes. And it's only tracked. There is no auto buy. I'm gonna send a call on this channel. It has to be. I'm gonna send the demo token CA. Where is that? Right here. Okay, I'm gonna send that token. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna say, oh my god, amazing token. Buy now. Maestro demo. Okay, so I'm gonna send this call. I'm gonna keep the screen shared on Telegram. I'll show you the call after the call is sent. So I'm gonna send the call right now on the dev channel, and as you can see here, I've sent the call. Now the bot detected the call. It says new call from dev. It gives you the token. It gives you the information, and it gives you also whether what's wrong with the auto buy. Like in this case, the market cap is above my $20,000 global threshold. My channel auto buy is disabled, and my auto buy amount is not set. These are all necessary conditions which I've showed you how to solve before. I'm gonna solve them again here for you, except that in this case, I'm gonna solve them, but also I'm gonna have to call another token. So let me solve these. So to solve them, the first one is market cap is above $20,000. That is the global threshold. So it's in the wallets threshold. We go to BSC config, not balance, config, buy, and buy, and then you can delete max market cap. So now this is good. The second one is channel auto buy is disabled. The channel here, we know which channel this came from. This came from call channels, BSC, the dev channel, and auto buy is disabled. And remember that we need to set a buy amount as the third alert. So in this case, I'm gonna set a buy amount of 0.001. I'm gonna go grab a random random token. Maybe, I hope I did not call this. So I'm gonna call a different token now, and the bot should buy the token. I have called the token, and as you can see, new call from dev, jackpot universe, and it gives you the information. There's no alerts, so the buy will go through. As you can see, I bought, and then the buy succeeded, and it did also approve, and now you have your primary trade monitor set up. Now it says Juni, and that your trade monitor will add the buy that you've just bought from that it just initiated from the call. So this is how you deal with call channels. Again, you can set up auto sell if you want to enable auto sell. If you did not enable auto sell before the buy, you want to enable it after the fact. On the trade monitor, you can enable auto sell and do whatever you want locally on the trade. And yeah, that's effectively it for call channels. I'm gonna just go over the pre-sale now. So how do you snipe pre-sales? Really simple. Actually, I'm gonna show you a good example on pink sale. So pink sale. Let me switch my screen. So share screen one. You go to pink sale, and let's choose the number one pre-sale here. Well, it's already activated. Let's find something else that is actually a proper pre-sale. So you have this green block token pre-sale. I have no idea who they are. Please do not ape them unless you do your own research. And when you want to choose the pre-sale, you want to snipe, you go to the website to pink sale, you make sure that everything's valid, this is the right pre-sale, and I need you to copy the pre-sale address here. So do not copy the token address when you want to snipe a presale, copy the presale address. So I'm going to copy this address. I'm going to go to the bot. Let me switch my screen. By the way, before I switch it, the presale address is present here on one of the fields on the list under the description of the presale, or it's also in the URL, as you see here. The video does not show very well. I'm going to zoom in. So we're talking about this address that you should copy, or the one in the URL. Let's just do the one on the list right here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to switch up my screen to show the bot. And we're going to go to Snipe Presales. I have not touched this menu in like ages. You go to BSC. You can choose your wallet. You can also choose your gas price. And then you have to click on add price, add presale. It asks you what's the presale address. You're going to paste the address that you've just copied. And it's going to ask you how many BNB are you going to ape in with. I'm going to do 0.01. And voila, it's done. And now the bot says you have successfully subscribed to presale with start time of 28th of January. It gives you the presale link, also gives you the wallet and the it gives you the gas it will use. In this case, I did not set a specific gas for this presale, so it's using the wallet's gas price, which is 7 Gwei. The wallet gas price is my global gas price. And also it shows you the actual wallet, whether it's the main wallet or your secondary wallets you're aping with. As I mentioned, you could change those on the presale menu. And it shows you the information of the token, and it says, sit back and relax, we'll secure your presale contribution once it's time. And that's it. Sniping presale is extremely fluent, streamlined, and make sure, rule of thumb in presale sniping is just, like ape with a good gas amount. 100 Gwei to 150 Gwei is not unheard of, and it is usually used to snipe presales and secure a spot in the presale. That's it for presales. I have gone over all the functionalities in the bot. Let's recap. Let's recap. So once you do /sniper, by the way, now since there's a presale snipe activated, the /sniper menu will also show you the pending presale snipe on the summary. So as a recap, we have gone over the wallet settings. These are the global wallet settings that govern the behavior of the bot when it buys, sells, and approves. It also, this is where you activate anti-rug. This is where you activate the maximum gas price you could afford and the gas price when the bot sends a transaction. It also governs whether you want to auto approve after a buy. So all the intrinsic general settings are present in the wallets menu. The call channels menu is where you specify the specific settings for call channels. This is where you track call channels. This is where you auto buy the call channels calls when they do happen. And the call channels menu also governs the settings when you copy paste a CA, and that's your me channel, and also all the calls that happen from your scraper if you are using our scraper. The snipe presales functionality will simply just snipe presales. And the copy trade is where you copy trade multiple wallets. Note here that the basic version allows you to copy trade up to 3 wallets. If you subscribe to premium, you get 10 wallets. I'm going to go over premium really quickly here. On this account, I'm subscribed to. I am premium on the demo account, and it shows you like information when it will expire. In this case, because it's a demo account, this is 2 years and 2/3 of a year. In your case, it's going to be 30 days, 60 days. You could keep subscribing multiple times if you want to extend this expiration rather than subscribing again in the future. So you can subscribe 5 times right now, and it will give you 5 times 30 days, which is 150 days. And it shows you how many times you've subbed. The premium benefits are the basic has 8 trade monitor slots. Remember, guys, that the trade monitor here, these are the trade monitor slots. Right now, I'm using 5. But if you upgrade, the max I could use is 8 as basic. But if I upgrade, which I am already upgraded, I can use 20 trade monitors. The trade monitors, every trade lasts for 24 hours before it needs to be refreshed. The premium only have to refresh once every 72 hours. Multi-wallets, the basic version has 2. You could upgrade to 9 multi-wallets. And Copytrade wallets, as mentioned, there's the 3 on basic, but you could copy-trade up to 10 on premium. We also have the alpha counter. Quick recap on the alpha counter. If you copy-paste any CA, if you copy-paste, let's say this token, when I paste it here, it shows you the alpha counter is how many people have pasted this CA before, and it's unique. So if somebody pastes it like 100 times, it will only show 1. So it's a good idea to see how many eyes, how many unique users are looking at the token. Another premium counter, which we did not add to the premium description, is the scene field. The scene field is when was the CA last copy pasted. In this case, it should not be never. Actually, this might be a bug, but effectively on like a proper token. Let's say I'm gonna use this is a demo token, which is not very frequently used. So if let me grab like a say USDT maybe. So BUSDT. That's it. I'm gonna copy paste this. It shows you also never, because we actually at some point we expired the scene. There must be, if I paste this again, it should show, okay, 7 seconds ago. So because I pasted it recently and 7 seconds ago, so now it says that, so what we were seeing never, because in the last 24 hours, nobody has pasted the contract, so it doesn't really report it. But if somebody pasted the contract now, let's say, and you paste the contract to the bot a minute later or 2 minutes later, the bot will tell you that the last time I've seen this was 2 minutes ago. It's also a good indicator to know whether what you have, like CA you're using, is unique or rather is alpha. You know, that means if you see never, that's a good indicator that nobody has pasted this contract. And if the alpha counter, like recently, and if the alpha counter is 1 hits or 2 or 3, like a really low on hits, it also means that the contract has not been used effectively before. So yeah, that is premium. We also have the private membership, the private group membership, which is the Maestro Yacht Club. We have influencers here. We do talk about launches. We talk about other snipers. We talk about ways to profit, ways to find the CAs and all that. So it's a really nice private group for Maestro snipers. If you are premium, we're dedicated to give you first-class support. I always give a lot of attention to my premium users on DMs or on the group. And we also have a lot of future unrevealed benefits. One of them, which we did announce, is the fact that premium will have their own separate bot. Right now, we have around 100 premium users, which, once we have the bot deployed for them, they will be separate from all the other users that are using the public bot. We are always, working to make the public bot faster. In fact, for the past 3 days, all I've been doing is actually optimizing the speed. We have a few speed upgrades on the basic bot. This is unannounced, and hopefully they'll go live by the end of the week after it's tested thoroughly. But yeah, like we're always endeavoring effectively to speed up the bot everywhere. If you do find any slowdowns anywhere, we are very interested to know what you're working with or what happened when the slowdown did happen. We suspect, currently we could support way more users than we do today. And when there's a slowdown, it is our main focus to avoid them and to improve the speed of the bot across all of our modules and features. So please, if you want to help us out, if you find some bugs, if you find some slowdowns, please report them to my admin, and he will proxy that feedback to me. Premium costs $200 per 30 days. You could auto renew so that you don't have to deal with doing this manually, and you could pay in either BNB or Ethereum. And that is it. One last departing note. If you are ever curious about an error or I don't know, you want to know more about the functionality of the bot, when you type /sniper, you get the FAQ button. The FAQ will go over all the frequently asked questions, gives you idea of, the first thing you say, like, is the bot free? It is not. It also gives you our wallet that we receive the fees on. We are very transparent with our users, and we're gonna keep it that way. I'm your main dev. I am doxed ever since I've launched Catchy. I actually did docs live, and in fact, just for you guys, I'm gonna open my camera so you could see me here. Hello guys, I've been talking to you for the past 2 hours. It's good to see you, and it's good to meet with all of you. And Maestro is is here to change DeFi forever, and I'm making it my mission to give everybody, the whales, the shrimps, the sharks, everybody a chance to snipe launches and to give all the power of a very strong, fully featured sniper to the hands of the masses. And that's why I called Maestro, when I created it, the sniper for the masses, because that was the initial vision, and it will remain the vision for the future. So yeah, that is all I wanted to go over today. This ends the tutorial series, and we are gonna be updating our guides on YouTube, and when they are live, when the updated guide is live, we're gonna send a global link through the bot and also on our channels, on the hub channel, the updates channel, and also on the main chat.